Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. The rumor mill is swirling in Philadelphia, and fans of the Eagles are on edge as whispers about the future of SAQUON Barkley have begun to circulate with more intensity than ever before. Nick Sirianni, the head coach, has reportedly hinted at a decision that could shake the roster to its core, suggesting that Barkley might not be a guaranteed part of the team moving forward. It's the kind of news that spreads like wildfire, igniting speculation about whether this is a strategic move, a financial consideration, or a reaction to performance issues. Sources close to the team claim that the conversations are still internal, but the fact that the head coach has publicly acknowledged even the possibility of cutting Barkley is enough to keep fans awake at night, scrolling through forums and social media feeds in a desperate attempt to decode the subtext of Sirianni's comments. The timing is critical, coming after a series of games where the Eagles' running game has shown flashes of brilliance, but also concerning inconsistencies. Analysts are already debating whether this would be a preemptive measure to shake up the roster or a genuine signal that Barkley's future in Philly is hanging by a thread, adding layers of tension to an already dramatic NFL offseason. Speculation has intensified as insiders reveal that the Eagles' coaching staff has been in extended meetings behind closed doors, dissecting every aspect of the team's offensive strategy and Barkley's role within it. The whispers suggest that Sirianni is weighing the financial implications alongside performance metrics, pondering whether keeping Barkley aligns with the team's long-term vision. Rumors abound that contract considerations, cap space maneuvering, and potential draft opportunities are all part of the calculus, feeding into a narrative that is as complicated as it is tantalizing. Fans are torn between loyalty to one of the league's most electrifying running backs and the harsh realities of roster management, a conflict that creates endless debate on sports talk shows and online communities alike. There's talk that the Eagles could be exploring alternative options in the draft or free agency, suggesting that Barkley's exit could pave the way for younger, cheaper, or more versatile players. While no official decisions have been announced, the mere hint from Sirianni has triggered a chain reaction of speculation, commentary, and rumor-mongering, making every subsequent team update a source of anxious anticipation for fans who fear losing a key contributor to their offensive arsenal. Every play from recent games is being scrutinized for signs of declining performance, injury impact, or strategic misalignment, fueling narratives that Barkley's fate may be more precarious than anyone imagined. Adding fuel to the fire, insiders suggest that locker room dynamics could also be influencing the potential decision. Barkley, known for his charismatic presence and on-field intensity, is reportedly a central figure in team chemistry discussions. Some sources claim that the coaching staff is evaluating whether his style complements the evolving culture Sirianni aims to foster, a factor that could be just as decisive as statistics or contract considerations. The rumor mill hints that there may be subtle tensions or philosophical differences between Barkley and the coaching philosophy, which could accelerate talks about a potential roster shakeup. Meanwhile, fans are dissecting social media activity, interpreting tweets, likes, and public appearances as coded signals of what might come. Every interaction, every cryptic quote from team insiders, becomes fodder for speculation, amplifying the uncertainty surrounding Barkley's future in Philadelphia. Analysts are mapping out every conceivable scenario, from a high-profile trade to a strategic release that would allow the Eagles to pursue new talent while maintaining salary cap flexibility. The story has morphed from a simple roster consideration into a saga with layers of intrigue, strategy, and human drama, capturing the attention of a fan base eager for any morsel of insight. The combination of performance evaluation, team chemistry, and financial strategy creates a complex mosaic that could ultimately redefine the narrative surrounding one of the NFL's most watched running backs. Rumors are also linking Barkley's potential departure to the broader landscape of league-wide running back trends, as analysts point to a shift in how teams value the position in modern NFL offenses. Executives and insiders reportedly watch the Eagles closely, noting that the organization's approach to roster construction could signal new paradigms for other franchises considering similar moves. Speculation suggests that if Barkley were to be cut or traded, it could set off a chain reaction of roster adjustments across the league, with multiple teams weighing their own options in response. Meanwhile, local Philadelphia media is running 24/7 coverage of every slight movement, quote, or unconfirmed tip, feeding a frenzy of discussion that blurs the lines between fact and rumor. Fans are engaging in heated debates online, weighing Barkley's potential contributions against the strategic advantages of freeing up cap space or drafting a younger talent. The narrative has become so pervasive that even casual observers are now aware of the swirling uncertainty, highlighting the magnetic effect of high-profile player decisions in the modern NFL. Amid the speculation, every workout, practice update, and pre-game roster announcement is dissected, generating a cycle of anticipation that seems to grow louder with each passing day, turning what might have been a routine personnel decision into a saga of public intrigue and suspense. The ripple effects of this potential move extend far beyond Philadelphia, promising to impact league dynamics, fan conversations, and the media landscape in profound and unpredictable ways. Inside sources continue to provide cryptic hints that only serve to intensify speculation, with phrases like evaluating fit and strategic flexibility becoming common refrains among those reporting on the situation. These euphemisms, while vague, are interpreted by fans as signals of a looming decision that could dramatically reshape the Eagles' offensive identity. Sports journalists are dissecting Sirianni's language meticulously, reading between lines in press conferences and interviews, and theorizing about underlying tensions that might not be immediately visible to the casual observer. The suspense is palpable, with each new report being analyzed for subtle confirmation or contradiction of previous rumors. Meanwhile, social media threads explode with theories about trade destinations, potential replacements, and the timing of any announcement, creating a continuous loop of speculation that dominates fan attention. Some insiders hint at the possibility of Barkley being used as leverage in negotiations with other teams, while others suggest that a direct release could send shockwaves through both the NFL and fantasy football communities. Every angle is scrutinized, from performance analytics to media interactions, resulting in a labyrinthine network of conjecture that fans navigate with increasing fervor. In a climate where rumors evolve rapidly, the line between reality and speculation becomes blurred, turning Barkley's potential fate into a captivating drama that extends well beyond the locker room, enveloping the entire Eagles fan base and the broader football community in a tense, ongoing narrative that feels as urgent as any playoff showdown. Adding another layer to the intrigue, financial analysts and NFL strategists are weighing in on the potential ramifications of cutting Barkley, highlighting that the move would not only affect team dynamics, but also long-term fiscal flexibility. Insiders speculate that the Eagles might be considering how to optimize salary cap space for future acquisitions, suggesting that Barkley's exit could be part of a calculated strategy to invest in multiple positions rather than concentrating resources on a single star player. The complexity of such a decision cannot be overstated, as it requires balancing immediate competitive goals with sustainable roster management, and insiders suggest that Sirianni is carefully deliberating these trade-offs. Meanwhile, fan reactions oscillate between outrage, fear, and curiosity, reflecting the high stakes of losing a player of Barkley's caliber while also considering the strategic logic behind the move. Analysts are exploring potential ripple effects on the draft, free agency, and even the team's long-term identity, speculating that the Eagles might adopt a more balanced offensive approach if Barkley were no longer part of the equation. The rumor's intensity continues to grow as reports indicate that internal evaluations are ongoing, emphasizing performance metrics, injury history, and alignment with coaching philosophies. Every hint, every leaked comment, and every speculative report adds weight to the narrative, transforming what might have been a routine personnel review into a full-blown saga that captivates fans, fuels social media discourse, and dominates sports media coverage in Philadelphia and beyond. Amid the swirling speculation, some sources suggest that Barkley's potential departure could have wider implications for team leadership and morale, as he has long been considered a central figure in the Eagles' locker room. Rumors indicate that the coaching staff is evaluating how his presence or absence might affect emerging leaders, younger players, and the overall chemistry that has been cultivated over recent seasons. There's chatter that Sirianni's remarks were intentionally vague to gauge reactions both within the organization and among fans, a tactic that could influence the negotiation dynamics surrounding Barkley's future. Analysts point out that the psychological aspect of such decisions is often overlooked, noting that players respond not only to coaching strategy, but also to perceived stability and fairness within the team. Fans are reportedly dissecting every subtle cue from team appearances, press conferences, and social media posts, turning each micro-movement into a potential clue about the organization's next step. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that front office executives are simultaneously weighing trade possibilities, draft strategies, and salary cap adjustments, creating a multi-layered chess game where every decision reverberates across multiple departments. The intensity of speculation has reached a level where even casual observers feel compelled to monitor every report, adding to the constant buzz that surrounds the Eagles and amplifying the drama around Barkley's uncertain future, creating a story that refuses to fade from public attention. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Adding more intrigue, there are unconfirmed whispers about potential trade partners who could be interested in Barkley if the Eagles ultimately decide to move forward without him. Sources close to the NFL speculate that teams in need of explosive running back talent are quietly monitoring the situation, prepared to pounce if a deal becomes feasible. The mere possibility of Barkley entering the trade market sends shockwaves through discussions about team-building strategies across the league, as rival franchises contemplate how acquiring a player of his caliber could alter their own offensive dynamics. Rumors suggest that Barkley's market value remains high despite concerns about durability and recent performance, making him a sought-after asset for teams willing to navigate complex contract negotiations. Meanwhile, social media platforms explode with hypothetical scenarios, ranging from blockbuster trades to strategic draft picks, as fans and analysts alike debate the merits and consequences of every potential outcome. Inside chatter implies that the Eagles may be leveraging Barkley's status to test the market, generating insight into league interest before committing to a definitive course of action. The narrative has become so pervasive that it now dominates casual sports conversation, fueling speculation and anticipation in a cycle that feeds off every new rumor or cryptic hint, ensuring that Barkley's future remains a hot topic that refuses to cool down. Insiders also hint that the timing of this potential roster shakeup is strategic, with the Eagles likely evaluating how to maximize flexibility heading into the offseason and draft periods. Analysts speculate that any decision regarding Barkley could be intended to align with broader organizational goals, such as balancing veteran leadership with emerging talent, optimizing cap space, and positioning the team for sustainable competitiveness. The whispers suggest that Sirianni and his staff are meticulously analyzing past performances, injury trends, and potential fit with evolving offensive schemes to ensure that any move is not reactionary, but rather calculated. Fans, meanwhile, are dissecting each press conference, every reported conversation, and even subtle social media activity for clues, interpreting ambiguous statements as potential confirmation or contradiction of rumors. The media frenzy has created a feedback loop where speculation drives coverage, and coverage amplifies speculation, making it increasingly difficult to separate fact from conjecture. Analysts note that Barkley's potential departure could serve as a precedent, demonstrating how high-profile decisions are handled in modern NFL franchises, blending strategy, financial management, and media perception. The combination of these factors has transformed what could have been a simple roster review into an ongoing saga, captivating fans, analysts, and league observers alike, ensuring that the storyline surrounding Barkley continues to dominate headlines and social conversation. Financial strategy is reportedly a key component in the Eagles' internal discussions, as sources hint that management is carefully weighing Barkley's contract implications against potential alternatives. The rumor mill suggests that freeing up cap space could allow Philadelphia to pursue multiple players or target specific areas of need, offering flexibility that a single high-value contract might limit. Analysts emphasize that NFL roster decisions often balance immediate competitive advantage with long-term fiscal health, and Barkley's situation is seen as a prime example of this delicate equilibrium. Fans are divided, with some arguing that the team should prioritize loyalty and talent retention, while others advocate for strategic maneuvers that could strengthen the overall roster. Sources claim that the front office is conducting scenario analyses, projecting potential outcomes of both retaining and releasing Barkley, as well as the league-wide reactions such decisions could trigger. Social media discussions reflect this tension, as supporters and skeptics alike debate the merits of various approaches, weighing performance, leadership, and financial prudence. The intensity of speculation is magnified by the lack of official statements, leaving fans, analysts, and even casual observers in a constant state of anticipation, where every leaked comment or unconfirmed report is dissected with painstaking attention, creating a narrative rich with suspense, strategy, and potential upheaval that keeps the story alive and evolving in real time. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.